Hey, what's up, guys? So as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm gonna go get a Tesla. Eventually. Not right now. I kind of slightly can't afford one right now, but we are starting to live a more frugal lifestyle, which is nice, and it will be good because we'll actually have money left in the account. What's the point of having a job if you have no money, right? So that's kind of the point, is starting to save. Anyway, I thought with us being officially 1/3 through the year already, that I would sit down, reassess goals, let you guys know my goals, and all that. So, without further ado, here we go. So, I want to give goals first off for the remaining of the year, for the remainder of the year, because they have changed and shifted since the video of the year in the review video that I did at the end of last year. So right now we're gonna go through my financial goals, because I actually have quite a few financial goals that I want to start doing by the end of the year. I'm in my 20s, I'm nice and young, but I need to start being smart with money now so it carries through till the end of time. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get my debt paid off. With all the debt I owe right now, I believe I did a calculation, and if I were to do 25% of my paychecks, which is what I'm kind of doing, I'm doing it to where I'm saving. I'm putting 20 to 25% of my checks into savings, and then when I have enough to pay something off, I'm going to transfer it into checking and immediately turn around and pay whatever it is I'm trying to pay off. And I'm doing high interest first, which I have a loan that has like 158% interest, so that's definitely getting paid first. But anyway, getting sidetracked. Going to pay stuff off, get all my debt paid off, and then after that, the goal is to get us into a place we have decided we are going to do rent to own. That's the best route for us, so we're going to do rent to own. And we know the company we're going to go through, at least for the most part. It kind of depends, because that was another one I thought was really good, and we'd have like $5,600 without us actually having any, like through rent credit. And then I think it looks like it's wet. What the hell? Anyway, part of what we pay for rent throughout the course, I think, of the 3 years goes towards the purchase price. Then they give us an automatic like 2 or 3% of the purchase price of the house, and then there's some other thing they give us, which in total equals like $5,600 to go towards the purchase price of the house, and that doesn't include what we bring to the table from saving up for a down payment, which, if I save up 25% of all my paychecks for the next 3 years, which is the goal, and I'm assuming 3 years from the day that we move, I'm not including time between now and then, which is good, seeing as anything that's in the savings right now is very short term. It's just enough to pay off all my debt. Because the only thing I have bad on my credit is one collection account, which is going to be deleted after I pay it off, and all my credit cards are maxed out. All 3 of my credit cards are all maxed, including one I just got. So, but once that's fixed, my credit will be good, and we'll be on the way to doing that. If we're trying to stay at about a $75,000 purchase price on the house, because in 3 years I can have a 20% down payment saved up. And that is, again, just 25% of all my paychecks. That doesn't include tax returns that are going to immediately go into savings. That doesn't include the stimulus check, which after I buy an Xbox, get a headset and all that stuff and a new controller, that all the rest of that. And I'm planning on saying about $450 spend on that. So about $750 should go into savings. So we have extra stuff that's going to help boost our savings and grow it even faster. So that's awesome. Got a plan, you just gotta execute. That is the key, is executing the plan. I'm hoping once I've been doing this for 2 or 3 months with like real budgeting and stuff, that I'll probably make a video on it. Probably how to live more frugal and stuff like that. I'll probably just, on a day I know we're gonna go grocery shopping or something, we'll show you how we do it, even though we're gonna start doing our diets, so it's gonna be expensive. So it may not be the best example, but there's certain things that even a frugal person will be a little bit like they're spending a little bit more money on. Anyway, so that's like my 2 money goals is pay off debt, start saving. The other one is I'm going to start putting, once I've paid off my debt, so while I'm in the middle of saving, 10% of my paychecks are going to go into my retirement account. Because if I start 10% now, which I'll probably have to up the percentage a little bit, depending on how long it takes for me to get to that point, but I'm going to put enough in to where once I hit age 30, which is 8 years from now, I'll have a year's salary in my retirement account, because that's where they say you should be at age 30. So I'll adjust accordingly and put in as much as it says to. So yes, that does actually mean that's less money that will go into savings because my paychecks will be smaller. So should still be able to come up with the 20% down payment. Should be able to. I might actually just see how much I was saving and put that in regardless, so it'll be a little bit more than 25% of savings. It'll probably be more like 30. I don't know. So that's it for the financial goals, and I'll kind of show you guys this thing in a minute on how we've been really helping ourselves with that. So now my YouTube goals. Obviously, I haven't been uploading as much as I usually do. I'll admit, I got lazy. I was uploading. There was one week I would upload on a Wednesday, and then that weekend, and the other week I wouldn't upload at all. That's normal because I was working overtime. So if I go based off of my days off, that's normal. April 15th, I'm going to stop working overtime. And obviously, if I'm still doing this vlogging every day in April, which is the goal, probably won't happen. But if I'm still doing it by then, it won't matter anyway. But when May comes around and I go back to that other schedule, barring any time that they still might schedule me for overtime automatically, I should have a video out at least once a week. So stay tuned, getting active again. Anytime she takes a week off though to go down, to Iowa, or if I take a week off, just know during those time frames, I'll let you guys know to the best of my ability, there will not be a video that week or 2 weeks, however long. And depending on when my next day off is, there might be a week and a half to 2 weeks without a video during those time frames, but that's only a few times a year. So for the most part, it will be weekly, and I'll let you guys know when I start working overtime again as well, because at some point this year I will start doing that to save more, for one, and two, overtime helps you get a bigger tax return. So as we get towards the end of the year, I'll work overtime again to help my tax return be just that much bigger, because everything helps. So anyway, so the goals for YouTube is to, one, upload more often. I want to try and hit let's say 1,300 subscribers, because I'm at like 1,250, and I don't know if I'm going to hit it or not, but 1,300 seems to be a safe number. 1,500 I think is just not going to happen. So we're going to aim for 1,300 subscribers by the end of the year. I don't really have a goal for watch time. It's just do as good as I can. Views, I still want to try and get 150,000 total video views. So we'll see how that works. We'll see if I'm able to. That's pretty much it for YouTube. So now let's talk about just personal life goals. By the time our lease expires here, which is in September, I want us to be in a rent-to-own property. Because we want to buy. So obviously it needs to be one that we really like, and it needs to be one that we would really, really want to be in. But we gotta make sure we get a lease option. We do not want a lease own, or a lease to own. Because if you get a lease to own, we legally have to buy the property even if you don't have money for it. A lease option is just an option to buy it. So at the end of our lease, if we want to buy it, we go through the normal process of buying a house. You know, getting a mortgage, getting approved, going to closing on it, and boom, our house. And if we get a 30-year mortgage after taxes, we'll be a little under $400 a month for mortgage payment. So that will be awesome. So that's that plan. I would like to get my driver's license by the end of the year. The biggest thing holding me back right now is not fear. It's the fact that if we're saving for a house, why should I get my license when I cannot buy a car this year? That will have to be a goal for next year, is to buy me a car. It can't happen this year if we're trying to save. I mean, really, for the next 3 years, it really couldn't happen unless I decide to break that tax return rule and use the tax return for a car, which I could very well do next year. That's really the only way I foresee that happening. I really would like to buy a car with all cash, so the only monthly payment we have for that is insurance. I'm unlikely to get anything more than a $1,000 tax return, so what can you really get with the $300 what kind of car can you really get for that? So it's like I might have to dip into the savings for a house a little bit to try and get a car. Maybe take a few hundred. I don't know. We'll see. But I do still, I guess, want to get my license this year. Before I do that, I need to renew my ID because it expires on the 30th. I still do want to get my real estate license this year as well. That's something that I'll save for as well. Sorry about that, guys. My phone ran out of space, so I had to run CCleaner and clear a gig. So anyway, we're back. So as I was saying, I do want to get my real estate license this year still, or at least take the course. I might not be able to actually get my license this year, depending on this whole situation going on. But I want to at least get the course completed, and I am going to save up for that. But my debt is first. Then I'll get my real estate license, because once I get my real estate license, I can start investing because I have access to the MLS. So on wholesale offers, because wholesaling is going to be my primary strategy, and agents kind of going to be in the back burner a little bit. Eventually, I want to do rehabs as well. But I am going to start doing that, and I really want to kick it off. I really want to kick off my real estate career. So do I have a time frame for that? Let's see, it's April, so assuming 7 months to pay off all my debt, that'd be November. So actually probably the beginning of next year will be when I go for my real estate license, because again, I have to save for that. So guess we'll see. There will be a video on that when I finally sign up for the course. So it's a while away, but it will happen. And I want to say that's it. So leave a like on this video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. No promises though. Pieces.